Hey you guys, so today we are looking at this, which is the Star Wars Black Series, Star Wars Andor, paranoid thing I couldn't say, Andor then, Andor Imperial Officer Dark Times. Yeah, I was trying not to buy any more Black Series because, one, I'm kind of a bit irritated by Hasbro, and two, they're not making figures that I really want. But this was different because I've wanted an Imperial Officer for a while. They haven't done an Imperial Officer since the Dark Ages sort of thing. So to see one of these, I was like, okay. Looking at it, it looked very different than... It was obviously not just Krennic in a different colour or anything like that. So yeah, I thought I would give this a try. I'm hoping that this, by the looks of the artwork on the side here, the poncho is going to be removable. Yes. In an era filled with... sorry, I'm forgetting. Voiceover guy, you've had a vacation. Did you have a good time? Great. So, have a chat there. Go on, read that. In an era filled with danger, deception and intrigue, Cassian Andor embarks on a path that will turn him into the rebel hero who will change the evil Galactic Empire. Yeah, it says challenge, mate. Sorry, I'm not wearing my glasses. Okay, go find your glasses. So, number 2 of the Star Wars Andor set. I don't think I'll be buying any of the Andor figures because they're not that exciting for me. But this, like I say, Imperial Officer, I have wanted one for a while, just to go on the shelf with the other Imperials. I had the original figure, you know, the black Imperial, I think it was a Death Star officer or something like that back in the day, but yes, I had one of those. So when I saw this, I thought, yes, why did they give him a mustache? Anyway, so saving on plastic, he has a container over a container. Down there. My favourite bit, the pamphlet. Right, so he's held in with nothing, just that little piece of plastic down there. And here's a blaster. Now I'm trying to figure out which Imperial... I have watched Andor. I've only watched it once. I'm presuming he's one of the guys on the planet. There is a... Is it attached to something? There's a black hair in there. Ew. Okay. It's a bit creepy. Yeah. So far, interesting looking figure. And maybe should have researched and found out what the planet that they're on is called. See if we can get it to focus on him. There we go. That's kind of info. There we go. So yeah. Poncho cloak. Shiny boots. I will say, I think it's kind of weird because this bit looks shiny, but that bit isn't. Yeah, shiny, not shiny. So as I was looking at it in the box like that, I was thinking, oh, that's a shame that this bit and this bit are shiny. But that's matte, that's shiny, and that isn't. So I'm guessing in the episode I'm gonna have to go watch Andor again. That's a shame. I actually quite enjoyed Andor. It was a weird one, wasn't it? Because you were kind of... There was episodes where it was just moving the plot on. There was no big da-da ending to it. It was just like, oh, right. Oh, nothing happened. But a lot happened. So, yeah. Nice shiny boots. Right, now the question I have is... I'm presuming that this is removable. So... Give me a second. I'll do it over here. Oh, there we go. So we take the head off. Head comes off. Let's see if we can shovel him out of the... I'm presuming that the cape is removable. Yes, it is. Hang on, give me a second. It's wedged on there very well. I don't think it's glued on, is it? Oh, it is. It's glued on. Okay, so there is glue on the back there with a peg. Right, so So there is a collar and stuff under there though, so that's not too... It's not going to be too bad if you try and remove it. It just means that you're going to have to break the peg off the back. Which means then you're going to have a horrible hole in the back. That's a shame. I would have thought they'd have made that so that... Because look, there is a neck joint under there and everything. And you would have had an Imperial officer and an Imperial officer in a poncho. You see, the neck is kind of... There we go. Better. The neck was facing that way, but he was facing that way. So that's one of those choices we have to make. Technically speaking, he is going to probably be... But then you see, that won't be on there, will it? Okay, let's do it. Worst case scenario, I can put a blob of glue on the back of there. Right, I'm going to do it over here because then I'm not going to hit the camera with it. There we go. Right, so I think it was just a bit of glue in the back of his thing. If it was a peg, I've broken it. But now we have that, which I'm sure people will swap onto Krennic, because he has one of those in his story. So now we have an Imperial officer without his pips, or whatever you call it. So yeah, there we have an Imperial officer. Where are you taking this thing? That's a shame. It's a shame they've kind of done that. It would have been nice if they'd have put a thing on there, but then I suppose they want to sell us another figure later on. Without this, there's an Imperial officer, so they use that bit, that bit, that bit, that bit, change the head, and that'll be it. Another $20. The blaster is the usual short blaster. I'm sure somebody will tell me exactly which kind of blaster it is in the comments underneath, and it fits very nicely into his hand. There we go. Joints wise, usual stuff. Wibbly wobbly head, backwards, forwards, not a lot forward. There is manoeuvrability in that neck joint, so that will be manoeuvrable. He has butterfly, what doodads on there, so yeah, a lot of manoeuvrability in those shoulders, and jointless elbow, so he will go up to there. I take the gun out of his hand because it doesn't want to be in that hand. I guess I should put it in that hand because no, that's got the trigger finger on it. Maybe he's left-handed. That was definitely a pin in the back there, holding the cloak on. Manoeuvrability in that middle bit there, not a lot in the legs and that. I'm presuming that, oh, there's quite a big hole in that side there, you can see. I thought that was somewhere to put the gun, but it isn't. It's like where the pins are. So yeah, it's really weird that the elbows have no pins, but so that is probably, yeah, there we go, a reuse of Krennic's legs. So he has got some reuse of some parts. So we've got Krennic's legs in there. Krennic, your cloak is filthy, sir. Absolutely filthy. Yeah, so they've reused Krennic's legs, which are probably also maybe Tarkin's legs and Ossel's and everybody else that's ever had those kind of legs on them. So yeah, good old Hasbro reusing parts. It's probably somebody else's arms as well. Yeah, so there. If you want an officer, you're just going to have to figure out how to make a little bit like that. Stick on his chest. I'm going to put the cloak back on and see how it looks now that it doesn't have a peg in the back. Right. There you go. It still sits fine. Absolutely perfect. So why they bothered to put that peg in there, I have no idea. It comes in at just a teeny bit over 6 and a bit inches, or about 15.5 centimeters. So yeah, not one of the most dazzling of figures. Very simple paint apps, though they have done a nice job of putting some silver paint on there and on the buckles and things. But other than that, like I say, he's got shiny bits, matte bits, and I suppose that's supposed to be wet. The face is good. It's I don't know if it's a particularly good likeness of the guy that was playing the part, but it's still an interesting figure to have stood on my Imperial shelf. So yeah, excellent. Anyway, I thought this turned up on Saturday. I was really hoping that it was my, let's see, what have I got coming? I've got Splinter from the Universal Monster Splinter. I've got E.T. when Gertie dresses him up. And I've got the Frankenstein lab. And they're all sat in a post office. They were attempted to be delivered this morning, but sadly missed, so I have to try and go get them tomorrow morning. Fingers crossed that they're not on strike, or they're not, that they're open before 8 o'clock, or all that sort of stuff. I'm a bit with the postal service at the minute. They keep letting me down a little bit, but I will, I guess, get over it. So yeah, that is this figure. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great night. And we'll see you all, hopefully, in the next video. Bye now.